Well, there you have it, folks. We're kicking off race number 9 right here, the third moto of the Junior Ski Lights 10 and 12-year-olds. Looks like Taylor Skillett pulling the whole shot on the inside as Sammy Niemi was heading towards the outside. Taylor cut across, and Hayden Skillett on the outside pulling that whole shot. Hayden on the outside, Taylor on the inside. So much like the other two motos, we saw Hayden pull it from the outside, Taylor slip in second, and then Sammy Niemi in third. I got to believe it's going to come off that same way this time again as Taylor off that inside. One buoy to go. Here comes Hayden down the front straightaway. Going to be Hayden with the momentum. Taylor on the inside. Hayden going to have to shut the door on his sister, and he does so in the ever nicest way. So it looks like a boat change was out there. We got Johnny Zimmerman was out there on the 298 boat, but then he traded it in for the 14 boat. So it looks like he's riding some OPP as they work their way through the right side chicane and down that back straightaway. It is Hayden Skellett out of Port Charlotte, Florida. Now, he did win moto number 1 and moto number 2. Last time I checked, a 1 + 1 + 1 equals 1.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Looking for that top spot on the box. Hayden Skellett been running good all season long, and wasn't able to run the entire tour. Sammy Niemi was the tour champion in the 10 to 12-year-old class. These two kids both have a lot of talent.
Well, he's coming off that outside split section now. Taylor followed him, whereas Sammy Niemi trying to run that inside split section. Niemi on the inside, and then Johnny Zimmerman traded boats, so he changed boats right there at that last second. Looks like somebody loaned him a boat.
Yeah, it's Pete Kosinski. Pete Kosinski loaned him his boat.
Well, that's good. We wondered about that because Zimmerman left in moto number 2. He had some boat issues, and he was the one that was towed in, Mike. So maybe he had some boat issues, couldn't get it up and running, and Pete Kosinski, thank you for hooking up the little guy and loaning out a machine.
Yeah, great to have all these juniors out there, future of personal watercraft racing. Glad to have them with us. And, Mike, I'm going to take a stroll down to the beach here so I can get Jennifer these results, but I'll be going back and forth with you either way.
All right, Mike Young going mobile as he's going to pass out the results. You are currently watching race number 9, Junior Ski Lights, which means we need to have race number 10 down online, Novice Women's Ski Limited along with Pro-Am Ski Limited and Pro-Am Ski Lights. Hey, race number 10 should be down online. This is going to give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors here. Hidden Trails Sea-Doo here, one of our sponsors, helping to make this whole tour happen along with Sea-Doo. Jetlift, our presenting sponsor, the official tote of the Tour and World Championships, along with Shark Energy, official energy drink of the Tour and World Championships. Jet Trim, Soulless, HydroTurf, Jet Renew, along with Watcon, Bomber Eyewear, and Squatch Jack Links, along with our local sponsors, Naples Herald. You can check them out at www.naplesherald.com, along with Lee Herald and Johnsonville, our official food vendor of the World Championships. Courtesy flags out as they work their way around the right side chicane. This one really starting to open up as Hayden Skellett working his way through the split section over here on the left side. But on the back straightaway, that race that we saw heating up in moto number 2 is heating up this moto as well. If you recall, folks, Taylor Skellett in the last turn on the last lap shut the door on Sammy Niemi. And Sammy Niemi all over her like a bad rash again, so we'll see if she's able to make that same sort of maneuver or if Sammy going to get by.
We'll be done in the next 30 minutes.
Lots of proud moms and dads over here on the beach as they come down the front straightaway. Taylor Skellett with that front leg out, trying to stretch that gap out over Sammy Niemi. Right. Moms and dads clapping and cheering over here behind the start line, right here in front of the Tower of Power. We got some nervous moms down there or what? Just a little bit? Well, through that right side chicane, the race here is really for second place as your leader, Hayden Skellett, has checked out. He's a full back straightaway, almost a half a lap now in head of second, third, and fourth position. We do need to have race number 10 working its way down towards line. We have these third set of motos. We're about to crown some world champions as the white flag out, just one lap to go for Hayden Skellett out of Port Charlotte, Florida. Making things look good for WCP, Action, Jet Sports, PC Security, and IPD. Doing it up right for his sponsors. Back to that hot race that we have heating up for second. Here comes Taylor Skellett again. Sammy Niemi trying to go wide and tuck inside. One lap to go. Sammy Niemi all over Taylor. Now, Mike Young said earlier that this year Sammy Niemi was able to beat Taylor Skellett every time that they competed, but maybe not this day, as Taylor got something to prove, trying to hold on to that second position through the right side chicane. Just 3/4 of a lap to go to see how that one's going to shake up. Front of the pack, moving up on the back of the pack as Hayden Skellett comes off the outside split section. He is about to put Johnny Zimmerman down a lap. Johnny Zimmerman riding OPP as he's riding to other people's property. And Zimmerman realizes that Hayden had to go pick up the penalty buoy. So Hayden went to pick up the penalty buoy. I didn't see him miss a buoy. Maybe it's just for security reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Hayden Skellett, your world champion, crowned here in the Junior Ski Lights 10 to 12-year-olds. Back to that second place race, though. Here it comes. Taylor Skellett off the outside split section. Here comes Sammy Niemi as they go into that buoy. It's a drag race down the front straightaway. Sammy Niemi on the inside, Taylor Skellett on the outside, and I gotta believe that Sammy Niemi made that pass. Now, once again, everything you hear out of me is absolutely and unequivocally unofficial, but I think Sammy Niemi got her by a boat nose. Again, we'll wait for the official scoring to come in, but it looked for me, at least my vantage point, that Sammy Niemi made the pass. Mama, would you agree? So there you have it. Unofficially, Hayden Skellett picking up the win. Sammy Niemi going to take that thing home in second. Taylor Skellett in third. And Johnny Zimmerman going to wrap it up in fourth in the Junior Ski Lights 10 to 12-year-old division. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't get much better than that. That race in 6 laps going wire to wire with Sammy Niemi and Taylor Skellett going at it right down to that very finish. Sammy Niemi able to go wide, tuck inside, and he did make that pass, I do believe, as they go to the lap. Well, we're going to shift gears and work our way down to race number 10, Novice Women's Ski Limited, as well as Pro-Am Ski Limited and Pro-Am Ski Lights. Should have 4 machines down online. Now, I do know that Pete Kosinski just loaned out that machine. So Pete Kosinski loaned out a machine, and he's got to get that 14 machine back so he can make his way down towards the line for Pro-Am Ski Limited. Well, here we go. We're setting up for race number 10, Novice Ski, Women's Ski Limited, along with Pro-Am Ski Limited and Pro-Am Ski Lights. Boat number 22 coming to the line as he picked up the win in Motos 1 and 2 in the overall. Still waiting on Pete Kosinski, but I do believe he's got a gas up after having just loaned out a boat. So let's give him some time. We got a boat going back to back there. Nick, you hear that? We got a boat going back to back, so we're gassing up. Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, in that last moto, in the Women's Ski Limited, we had quite the race going on between Jessica Wiebesick and Laura Malone. Wiebesick got the hole shot and actually held off Malone for a couple of laps, and then Malone able to slip up and by her on the right side chicane as Wiebesick went down into the water. So we'll see how that unfolds this time as Laura Malone having won Moto 1 and Moto 2. Jessica Wiebesick picking up the second place finish in both of those motors. Pete Kosinski on the 14 machine working his way down towards the line. So let's do the rundown. On the 411 out of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, riding on the Kawasaki for Twangled, HydroTurf, Havoc, and Brop Works, Jessica Wiebesick. Out of Delray Beach, Florida, on the Hydrospace, riding for Team Mean Racing, Jet Tribe, Riva, and Exotic Signs. On 901, Laura Malone. On a Treasure Island, Florida, riding for Jack's Marina Boat and Wave Rental, Bad Boys Racing, and Riva Racing. On 14, Pete Kosinski. And running out our field in Pro-Am Ski Lights out of Clearwater, Florida, riding for Riva Racing, HydroTurf, Clearwater, MortgageBroker.com, and Team Scream. On the 22, Gage Schoenherr. So 2-card high in the sky. Nick Handler, our starter, works his way down the line, makes sure that all the boats are up and running. The band snaps, and Schoenherr gets a jump on that outside split section. Wiebesick on the inside, but now Malone going to motor her. As they go into that first white buoy, Malone has the better angle. She's able to pull that whole shot on the inside, and Gage Schoenherr on the outside split section as they approach the merge to the front straightaway.
Hey, by the way, Mike, got all kind of great show specials down here. I'm hanging out at the Jet Lift booth. They've got their stands. They've got their beach totes. Everything is on sale. They've got those hot pink hats, man. Those were a big hit in Panama City and Pensacola. That's right. You can pick all your show needs up right here at Jet Lift. Mike, back to you. What's going on?
Well, I tell you what, Laura Malone able to pull the whole shot on that one. So even though Gage Schoenherr got a killer jump on the outside, Laura Malone, who's actually in a different class than him, she's in the Novice Women's Ski Limited while he's in Pro-Am Ski Lights. She got the jump on him, came off that inside split section a tad faster, and she is your leader working down the back straightaway. Now, Mike Young, I know that you're over there at Jet Lift. There's some other action going on over there in the pits. I think that the Pro Watercross T-shirt booth is open over there. We're selling Pro Watercross T-shirts for $15, and I think there's some other memorabilia and other items over there as well. Mike, what do we got happening over there in the pits or in the vendor alley?
I didn't see 51, did I?
Off the right or left side of the course right now, Laura Malone going out down the right straightaway as Schoenherr had to go pick up the penalty buoy. That's going to allow Pete Kosinski to slip up into that second position, and now Schoenherr's got to set his sights on him.
Well, Gage right now hot on his tail as we view it here from the Pro Watercross merchandise booth. Mike, I'll tell you, man, we got shirts on sale, we got hats on sale, we got long sleeve, we got short sleeve, we've got white, black, pink, blue, gray, yellow. We've got it all right down here. Stop on down, and while you're down here, you can pick up a copy of the new Pro Rider Watercraft magazine. Mike, back to you.
Now, you know, Mike, we've got some hot racers over there. Is that Taylor Skellett that I see right next to you over there in the Pro Watercross booth? Is she right next to you? Maybe we can quick squeeze in an interview.
Oh, yeah, let's talk to Taylor. We'll bring her down here by the courtside banners so everybody can see her. Tay, man, a pretty good day. What do you got to say, man? You beat Sammy for the first time in that second moto. What'd you think?
It was good. We kept on battling, and I think it was a good battle. It was one of my best battles that I've ever done with him. Now,
see, I just had to run the freestyle scores in, but I heard Mike talking. Did you beat him that third moto?
I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know if it was a tie or not a tie, or if he won if I didn't.
Well, I'll tell you what, I sure think that you did a great job out there, and you've been doing really good all year. So are you practicing a lot with your brother?
Yeah, I tried passing him during practice, but every time it tries to happen, he just pulls.
He just pulls on you. Okay. Well, I totally understand how that is. Tell me, would you like to thank your sponsors for bringing you here to the Hidden Trails Pro Watercross World Championships?
Yeah, I want to thank Wade especially for coming to watch me, and I want to thank all my other sponsors for helping me get here and get to Havasu.
Now, what does Wade do? Does he make the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
No, he comes and watches our races and helps us fix our skis.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a great job. Can I get some knuckles? Right on. Ladies and gentlemen, future champion right here, Taylor Tay. Mike, back to you in the booth.
Well, off that outside split section, taking the green flag, your leader, Laura Malone. Now, she was trying to hold off Pete Kosinski a minute ago. Kosinski was all over her, and it looked like he was stretching to make the pass, but then Laura hard on the throttle on that Hydra space. She was able to stretch the gap back out over on the back straightaway. Showing her Mr. Buoy earlier had to go pick up the penalty buoy, and now he's trying to close that door on Pete Kosinski. Now, they're all three in different classes, but you know how racing goes. They do not want to pass and are looking to take the overall win in this race.
Hey, Mike, by the way, now I've got Hayden Skellett down here with me. Hayden, congratulations, your first world championship. How's that?
It feels good.
Feels pretty good. Now, did you see when you were coming out of the split section here, could you see your sister right there beside you?
Yes.
What were you thinking?
Oh, I thought she was gonna pat me right there.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to pass you, but you were able to get past her. Did you see her and Sammy battling behind you?
No.
Nah, yeah, because you was looking on what's in front, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you were taught?
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. They do a pretty good job. You want to say a special thanks to your sponsors for helping you win that world title?
Wade, Browner Motorsport, Keith Thiel for holding me, IPD, Yamaha, and Action Jet Sports.
You did a great job, man. Can I get a high five? Right on. You're world champion in the junior 10 to 12 class, and I'll tell you what, this kid's got some mad skills. Mike, back to you.
Yeah, he was sick fast in that 10 to 12 junior light class. Speaking of sick fast, we look back to the front of this one over on the right side. White flag out, just one lap to go for Laura Malone out of Delray Beach, Florida, rooting it up on her Team Mean Racing Jet Tribe Riva Exotic Signs machine. Back on down that straight straightaway, she is low in the tray, absolutely hooking up and flying as she comes up to that MasterCard buoy. Just one split section to go between her and a world championship. So that race heats up for that second position as showing her follows Malone on that outside split section. Pete Kosinski goes inside. Checkered flag out from Nick Handler, our flag man. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Laura Malone picking up that win. Showing her going to be able to make that pass as he nips Pete Kosinski at the line. He nicked him at the line, showing her carrying more momentum off that outside split section. Kosinski off the inside split as they go to that finish line. You are currently watching race number 10, which means we need to have the next race of the day. Race number 11 should be down online. That's Pro-Am Runabout Limited, along with Women's Runabout Box Stock. Race number 11 down online, as we've got just two more races to go, folks, before we wrap up our day of racing here in Naples, Florida. Once again, riders, we got to get race number 11 down on live. Pro-Am Runabout Limited, Women's Runabout Box Stock. Looks like Dykowski into the water, looking for Cam Frame. Cam Frame looking for him to drop his boat into the water yet, too, as we wait for those racers to come down to the line. Just two races to go here on this Friday in Naples, Florida for the Pro Watercross World Championships right here at Sugden Park. If you're listening out there on the live stream, we'd like to say a shout out to all the folks listening from various countries. We got Peru, Vietnam, Poland, Singapore, all kinds of folks out there. Dawn Wood, Jonathan Dent, other people all out there listening. Shout out. Thank you much for paying attention and following us live on the 24/7 live stream. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Had a little reverb there.
All right, buddy.
Rick all over it. He's all over it like a bad rash, fixing that reverb, making us sound good. Like Mike Young and I like to say, we've got faces made for radio.
Yeah, got that right. By the way, we got a couple riders working their way down to the line, representing the women's box stock class from South Africa, riding for Rockstar Energy, Shantae Bukes. And she'll be joined, she's on boat number 72. She'll be joined by boat number 8 from Rydell, Georgia, riding for Metal Roofing Manufacturing, Riva, and Dean's team. It is Jeff Dykowski. I believe Cam Nasty is supposed to be down in this one, too. He's not running? Cam Nasty's not going to run, so we just running these two, and then we're going to that 17-person sport class, which will be coming up next. And once again, sport riders, don't forget to bring your holders with you. Bring your holders to the line, all 17 of you. Thank you.
Also reminding you that you need to report to tech. All racers in each moto need to report to tech after the race, as we are crowning some world champions. That sport class where we got 17 entries in it, definitely going to be meaning worth something there, so make sure that you report into that tech area. So we got just two riders down on line for this one, as Cam Frame not going to be running in the third moto here.
So once again, Jeff Dykowski, Shantae Bukes lining up to burn some fuel, again in separate classes. Both going to be taking home championships in their respective class.
Well, there seems to be some contention down on line here, as Dykowski's saying run 4 and Shantae saying no, run 8. And what do we come up with for a unanimous decision? 8 laps.
That's because Shantae is 21 and Jeff is 58.
Well, I think Shantae won because I believe that Nick just said we're going 8 on this one. The band snaps their shot off the line like they're shot out of a cannon. Dykowski on the inside on the 8 machine. Shantae Bukes on the outside. Now, she's running runabout box stock, and he's running Pro-Am runabout limited, so a little more horsepower under his hood than under hers. She still looks good off that outside split section, though, Mike.
Oh, yeah, Shantae's something else. She is one heck of a rider. It looks like she's going to grab the whole shot, possibly.
She got him. Shantae Bukes on the box stocker pulled the whole shot off the outside split section. Dykowski going to have to try to chase her down.
Oh, has to hit the brakes here. He goes into that turn, bottom right-hand side of the track. And Dykowski following Bukes right now. Once again, Shantae Bukes out of South Africa, riding for Rockstar Energy as well as Commander Industries. Steve Webster in the crew.
Well, not only did she get the whole shot on him, she's starting to stretch that lead out. As you look down that back straightaway, she's got quite a bit of gap there as she is hard on the throttle. And you said that she was injured earlier in the year, had to go back to South Africa, and is now back to Florida for more solid racing action.
Yeah, had a broken leg, suffered a broken leg at the Hidden Trail Sea-Doo Pro Watercross Tour up in Pensacola Beach. And we are definitely glad to have her back. But she said she's doing fine. She's through with the rehab, and she is 100% ready to go.
Well, she ran that outside split section. Dykowski tried to run the inside split section. Now, we saw Dykowski run the inside earlier when he was trying to compete against Cam Frame, and it didn't look like he was running it as smooth as Cam Frame was, but he's not electing to follow her through the outside split section. Apparently, that whitewash is scaring him.
Well, I'll tell you, that Yamaha body isn't conducive to those real tight turns. You know, Cam Frame was running at the new Sea-Doo. And that Sea-Doo turning a corner and just a little bit better on those tighter sections. So it's better for that Yamaha to stay to the outside. It's more wide, more sweeping.
Well, Dykowski going to go to the inside again. He's trying to close that gap on Shantae Bukes. Now, Shantae, with that box stalker, she's just got it pinned. It's smooth. It's calm. She's hooking up to the water. And as she sweeps around that right side chicane, she's not scrubbing off any speed.
Pool party, 3 o'clock, Naples Beach Hotel. Pool party, 3 o'clock, Naples Beach Hotel. Everybody's invited.
I will be there. I'm looking forward to that. A nice, relaxing afternoon, hanging out with good friends and good times at a good place.
I'm going to go buy me a noodle.
A noodle.
So I can float on my noodle. All right. Once again, we need our final class of the day up to the starting line. Final class of the day, we need our sports stock class. All 17 of you, please work your way up to the starting line. Once again, sports stock, we need you to the starting line. Shantae Bukes out of South Africa is your leader out there. And once again, Shantae, not only sponsored by Rockstar, not only sponsored by Commander, but she's also sponsored by Villain Clothing and Burn Industries. Halfway home.
Yep, halfway flags out as 4 laps under our belts for this one. 4 more to go as we're looking at Jeff Dykowski try to chase down Shantae Bukes, and she is stretching that lead out. He is making up no ground. In fact, she is stretching out that lead.
Again, Shantae out there on a box stock boat. Jeff Dykowski, again, riding for Metal Roofing Manufacturing, Dean's team, and Riva. Glad everybody has been able to join us here with our Visit West Virginia live stream. We sure do appreciate all 35,000 of you tuning in from around the world. We promise you we are going to leave you with something exciting here in our sport class, which is coming up next. Final race of the day.
Yeah, that sport class was just amazing. Really, we've seen a lot of swapping already. We've seen a ton of boats swim, and we also see the conditions here at Sugden Park get really crazy as you put 17 boats online, and then you stretch them out around this course. It's a virtual washboard in the middle of the lake, Mike.
You know, one of the things that I'm looking at that really hasn't been a factor so far this week is I'm looking right here behind the starting line, and it looks like there's a bunch of grass patches. You watch when you come to the starting line. Don't want to get anything stuck up your pump, so you might want to have your holders clear your area out.
Well, I got to believe that after freestyle, Mike, that might have happened. We had a number of machines hit bottom. We had a number of machines do tail stalls and that sort of thing, so the pumps went right to the bottom too, and probably loosened up some of the vegetation that was out there and safer until freestyle occurred.
2 more laps to go for Shantae Bukes. And Shantae, hey, doing what she does out on the track. Again, I'd like to say a very special thanks to Rick Ignacio and 24livestream.com for producing our live stream. I know that we did see some comments about, hey, you got to tell your cameraman this. You got to remember, Rick is producing the show. He is the cameraman. He's working 3 different cameras. the guy's wearing about 12 different hats up here. So again, we're doing the best we can with what we got, and hope you all are enjoying it.
Like you said, doing the best we can with what we got. So is Shantae Bukes as she's coming out that outside split section. She's about to pick up the white flag. Just 1 lap to go for her. Dykowski trying to close that gap. She's a whole front straightaway now ahead of Dykowski. I really thought that with the limited machine under him, he was going to be able to close that gap and give her a run for her money, but she is so smooth, not scrubbing any speed at all.
Yeah, she's doing very well out there. As you see her up there, top right-hand side of the track. I believe a half lap to go before this one's in the books, and she becomes the women's box stock world champion here at the Pro Watercross Tour. She just rides so flawless and so, like, it doesn't look aggressive at all. She just looks so smooth out there, like she's not even working.
Well, and having come off of a broken leg, that's pretty incredible. She can hold on to that machine, Mike.
Great job, Shantae Bukes.
Dykowski crossing the line, going to win his division. Pro-Am Runabout Limited as Cameron Frame no-showed for the third moto. Now, I got to believe it's because he took second in motos 1 and 2 and virtually had to have something really weird happen to Dykowski, like miss a sausage buoy or something, because he would have had to take a 2-point penalty or something weird would have had to happen for Cam to pick up the win. He's probably saving himself for other races.
Yeah, exactly. This whole weekend left, and we're going to be beginning racing again tomorrow. We're going to need our racers here for your riders meeting at 8:30 in the morning. We'll go into practice about 9, into racing about 10. Live stream should begin about 11:15 tomorrow for those of you who are listening in at home.
Mike, we got a couple of Jet Lift T-shirts up here, and seeing how this is the largest class of the weekend and the last race of the day, I think we should probably give these T-shirts away. Jet Lift, one of the incredible sponsors of this event and the tour. Mike, can you think of a good way to give these T-shirts away?
Well, I certainly could, and it might involve Rick Ignacio. We might need some dance music.
Oh yeah! How about it, Rick? Can you give us some dance music?
All right, we're gonna
take a little while to load these guys up online anyway, so we got a little bit of time here.
Yeah, we definitely got a little bit of time. I see Evan Krevsky and Justin Sylvain getting in the holding business. Right on, guys. Thanks for your help. Great job out there today, guys.
So as we load them up for this last race of the day, race number 12, this will be moto number 3 of the sport stock class, our largest event of the day with 17 entries. And these guys went off in moto 1 and moto 2.
Yeah, Sam Nemi actually taking a win on both of the motos. Good afternoon, Chris McCluggage. How you doing this morning? this afternoon. Well, it seems like morning. It is morning, actually, in the Midwest right now. By the way, we'd like to thank everybody for getting up or staying up all the way around the world for our 247livestream.com stream that you folks have been doing all day long. All 17 sport riders are coming to the line.
Well, you know, Mike, this hasn't been the absolute most consistent race here because as I look at the scores in Moto 1 and Moto 2, Sam Nemi has been consistent with a 1-1 finish. But the second-place competitor then, as I look down at the scoring, would have to be Ken Waddle with a 3-2 because Gage Schoenherr had a second-place finish in Moto 1, but a 19th place finish in Moto 2, so he's really out of contention.
You know, the person that you got to watch out for to also sneak up on the box is going to be Robert Saya.
Yeah.
Naples local, had a 4-4, very consistent. And again, it's consistency that builds championships, you know. You don't have to win all the battles to win the war.
Yeah, and reminding you, holders, just like Mike Young had said, after freestyle, those guys really did some shaking up out there and pulled up a lot of vegetation. So you're going to have to get some of that vegetation out of the way. I see Cliffy out there in front of Billy Dearman doing his job. Way to be on it, Cliff. Clearing that spot out for Bill Dearman. Good job, my man. Reminding some of you other folks that there's some nasty vegetation in the water out there. Get that out of the way. You do not want that in your pump.
All right, we got a little dance music here. All right, let's see. Who's my best dancer down on the beach for a jet lift shirt?
Oh, yeah. I bet Taylor Skellett should be in this one. She was jamming earlier, doing a little whip and nay-nay.
Well, watch me whip.
Watch me nay-nay.
Oh, watch me whip.
And watch me nay-nay.
All right. Oh, here, there she goes. She's on it. Do we only have one girl dancing on the beach today?
Come on, ladies. How about Mom? Mom could probably dance. No.
Sam, you going to dance?
Come on, Sammy Nemi. You got this, dude.
Sammy's all shy. His cheeks all got red. All right. I think you did pretty good. We've got a night shirt for you, Tay-Tay.
Coming down at you there, Tay-Tay.
Congratulations. Another winner, courtesy of Jet Lift.
Her poor parents. Wait till she grows up. Sheesh.
Yeah, can you say handful? Oh, yeah, special thanks again to Rick Ignacio. Great to see Larry Rippenkroger in the house. You know, legend. One of the first champions ever. First one inducted into the IJSBA Racing Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's awesome, Rippenkroger. I heard you say during the interview, too, that when you were younger, you wanted to aspire to be him. I did, too, man. That guy was just off the hook. I loved him. Had all the VHS tapes back in the day.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we're so blessed to have him here, you know, because he's a very busy man out there in Hollywood, California. Does a lot of stunt work. I know that he works with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, yeah, he was his stunt double in the Die Hard movies. Also worked with Robert Duvall in one of his movies as a stunt double. And here he is hanging out with us at Sugden Park.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on the mic some with us this weekend as well as we go to the pro days tomorrow and Sunday, so that'll be a good time.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Well, here we go, folks. Put your seat backs and tray tables so long. In their upright and locked position, sport class ready to take off. You know, Gage Schoenherr on the deuce. Devin Walker on boat 8. Chad Eggleston will be on boat number 12.
Out of Cooper City, Florida, on the 13, Sam Nemi.
Keith Dill, 14.
Naples, Florida, the home of 18, Sean Reynolds.
And Mark Landis will be on boat number 21.
48, Kevin Benjamin.
69 is Ray Quintana.
95, Ken Waddle.
Triple Aces, Billy Dearman.
Susan Anderson on the 114.
And we got 201, Chris Landis. 239, Bobby Cardone. 367 is Robert Saya. 375, Robert Cias. And 401, Jessica Malone.
All right, well, we had the original start. It looked like they were going to take off. Nick Handler didn't like what he saw, and so he restarted it. And it looks like Ken Waddle with the hole shot on the inside with Sammy Nemi chasing him.
No, that's Keith Dill on the outside. So Waddle and Dill running 1 and 2.
As they come off the split section, 95, Ken Waddle, we were just talking about him a minute ago, being consistent. Sammy Nemi in second, and in 14, Keith Dill.
Yeah, Chad Eggleston back there in the 4th spot. Battle for 5th right now between Gage Schoenher and Susan Anderson. And Susan Anderson not yielding to the youngster. She said, move, get out the way, get out the way, move.
Get out the way. Hey, now, earlier you were saying that if you had to give away a most improved rider on the tour this year, that you'd give it to Ken Waddle, and here he is in moto number 3. He pulled the whole shot. He's out in front.
Well, I told you, man, this kid is very fast. Hasn't gotten a whole bunch of credit through the years, but we've always known that he's been a very talented rider, and I'm sure his lovely girlfriend, Jan, is watching on back at home right now. We'd like to say hello to Jan. Your man is out in front. How about that?
Well, and here's the thing, too, Mike. Ken Waddle had a 3rd in moto number 1, a 2nd in moto number 2. He's currently leading this one. But your leader, or your second place, Sam Nemi, had a 1 and 1. So Nemi really just has to stay where he is to pick up the overall. Will he do that and play it consistent, or will he try to chase down Waddle?
Yeah, you know, and Waddle's looking tight right now for number 2 overall if he stays where he's at. What I'm looking at, Keith Dill currently in 3rd right now. A 5.53 would give him a 13.
And what about Robert Saya on the 367? He was 4th and 4th. Have we seen him come through, or did he get a bad start?
And I'm looking for him out there. He's back, showing how he's back in about 8th place right now. So, yeah, 4.48 would get him a 16 and kick him off the box. And this would put Keith Dill onto the box if Keith can stay where he's at. And he's got to hope that Robert Saya doesn't work his way through the pack.
Yeah, because if Robert comes through the pack, that's going to be issues for Keith Dill. As we look at the front straightaway, 95, Ken Waddle, your current leader. Sam Nemi just has to stay where he is in 2nd. I'm wondering if he's going to do that and stay there and be consistent and pick up the overall, or if he's going to try to make the move on Waddle.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not a team sport, but when you're thinking team, he's going to protect his teammate right there, let his teammate go out there, run in 1st place, so he's guaranteed a 2nd place, and that puts the Broward Motorsports team at 1 and 2.
Wow, that's cool. That kind of has some little tendencies of NASCAR going on there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way that these guys are thinking. It's a racer mentality, not a chaser mentality.
So as they work their way down the back straightaway, front of the pack, moving up on the back of the pack, as we already have lappers that are playing a part in this one, and that water is getting rough, just like we said earlier. It's a washboard in the middle with 17 riders spread out around this track, Mike.
Well, I see Robert Saya making a pass back by our start-finish tower, but I still haven't seen what place he's in. He's got to be toward the back of the pack because the leader just came through, Ken Waddle. And that spells great news for Keith Dill, boat number 14. And if things stay as they are, 1st place will be 2nd, 2nd place will be 1st, and 3rd place will be 3rd. Understand what I'm saying out there?
Not so much, but I think I get it. So there you have it. Keith Dill currently on that 14 boat, holding under that 3rd position. That will give him a 3rd overall if he can stay there. Sam Nemi currently running 2nd. He'll get the overall because he's got a 1 and a 1 and a 2 as he works his way up on his teammate, Waddle. Waddle currently holding on to the lead in this one as he had a 3 and 2 finish in Motos 1 and 2.
Great race here. Final race of the day, sports stock class. Again, I'd like to invite everybody back to the pool party at the Naples Beach Hotel. That's going to be going on about 3 o'clock today, folks. A couple hours, so you got time to stop at the Parrot on the way there. And, bad news for Chris Landis from Delray Beach, Florida. He's coming in on the gaff. I can see Icy Mike giving him a 1/900 Ceto.
Yeah, Mike not messing around. When he tows the boat in, he tows the boat in. I think they were doing about 35 mile an hour there.
He's like, now get off the boat. As he just dumps Chris. So again, we'll try to go a little bit further in the pack. For those of you who are watching in on the Visit West Virginia 247.com live stream, or 247livestream.com. Sometimes I just get ahead of myself, Mike. I don't know if it's that or if it's just 7 days in a row of this.
24/7 live stream. Rick Ignacio helping to make this thing possible. To all the folks out there listening around the world, we'd like to say thank you for joining us from Naples, Florida here for the Pro Watercross World Championships. Front of the pack moving up on the back of the pack. Nimi all over Waddle as they come off the front straightaway. Teammates duking it out.
Hey, now I'll tell you what, them two teammates take each other out. It's a whole new ball game.
That would be just a horrible thing as Waddle goes wide on that double red. Nimi tucking up inside. Now they train together. They're teammates.
And engages in fifth on the deuce.
So Nimi all over Waddle as they go through this right side chicane, front of the pack moving up on the back of the pack. I thought that Nimi was going to be safe and just stay right there and protect his teammate, but he's actually putting a little bit of heat on him.
Well, he's telling him to hurry up because Keith Dill's right behind Nimi. He's like, hey, you got to get going, boy. He's trying to light a fire under his donkey.
Well, let's see what happens as they come off that MasterCard buoy. There's two lappers that are going to be on the outside split. Will Waddle follow them or will he go inside? Waddle going to follow. Nimi going to go to the inside. Mike Young, this is a race.
Oh, here we go. So Nimi, once again, boat number 13, only rider on the inside. All the other riders on the outside split right now. Probably a good idea to go to that inside. You'll find much more clean water.
Well, and what's happened is Keith Dill has really closed the gap as well. Waddle comes off of that outside split. Nimi comes off the inside. Now there's some lappers carrying some momentum, and there's a lapper between he and Waddle. That actually turned out really well for Waddle.
Yeah, it turned out great for Waddle. Not so great for Dill. Fourth place is still Susan Anderson. Fifth place is Gage Schoenher. And rider down over there, left-hand side of the track. And again, these boats really hard to reboard in this rough water, and I'm not quite sure that might be Ray Quintana.
Well, the course marshals all over that one as they've got a yellow flag out, yellow buoys out there on the far left side of the course trying to get that rider back on. That rider actually boarded that boat by himself, so that's pretty impressive in this rough water.
Not too bad. Green flag out from the tower, but a blue flag with a yellow stripe getting ready to come out. Ken Waddle and Sam Nimi once again bunched back up, and they're behind Billy Dearman right now.
Well, Dearman not loving that as he sees the blue and yellow flag. How many times has Billy Dearman been lap traffic? But that's what's happening right here.
Yeah, Billy taking a third that last moto. And hole shot at the first moto. Led for the first 5 laps, and we thought it was going to be the Billy Dearman show here today.
That's what it looked like. Now, down this front straightaway, Keith Dill still on that 14 boat, holding on to that third position, and then Susan Anderson in fourth on the 114 boat.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be the Billy Dearman show, but Sam Nimi said, I'm going to turn the channel.
And down the back straightaway, speaking of Sam Nimi, he's all over Waddle again. Now, last time this happened, there was lap traffic in the way. Nimi went inside. That did not go well for him. I'll bet he'll follow Waddle on the outside split section this time, and indeed so he does.
And I'll tell you, boat number 201, once again, I believe, having problems right there in that middle section of the track. Chris Landis and Saya able to get around him unscathed.
Well, Nimi down the front straightaway trying to close that gap. Waddle sees him, so Waddle takes a look back, sees it's his teammate chasing him. He's used to that because they practice together, correctly?
That was actually Devin Walker that went off there in the middle section of the track. Got to hang out with Jennifer and Lane, Devin's mother and father, the earlier part of this week. I'd like to give a big shout out to them.
More boats down as there's a rider down on the right side of the course now, over on the right side chicane. I'll tell you what, these sport boats, if you don't know anything about them, they're difficult to ride. They're a one-person sit-down. They don't just balance with a rider on it. You have to be underway and in motion to keep the machine balanced. With this rough water and 17 entries, this is what I love about the sport, Mike.
Uh-oh, it looks like Chad Eggleston down, too, over there, top right-hand side, or top left-hand side of the track, right after the MasterCard buoy.
Dearman still out there in front of Waddle and Nimi. So as they come down the front straightaway, our flagman saying 2 laps to go.
2 more laps to go from Tower Director Nick Handler. So what's going through Sam Nimi's mind? Should I stay or should I go?
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it, Mike. I mean, personally, I would just stay there, coast through the second, let Waddle take the win in this one because he's going to take the overall world championship. But you know how egos go sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We all got them.
We be sick getting some sick pictures of us up here in the Tower of Power, Mike.
Yeah, once you develop them, somebody will get sick, I'm sure.
Always good times working with you, Mike Young. Gosh, it feels good to be back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, great to have you back, Mike. And Eggleston looks like he's going to be coming in on the gap over there, left-hand side of the track. I see Mike staying busy out here with the tow hook.
Well, again, these riders elected to take that outside split section. Those two lapped riders have been in front of Waddle and Nemi for the last 3-4 laps. So they've got their own race going on, maybe not realizing that just behind them is the race for first place as Dearman sticks it to a rider on the right side chicane.
Oh, yeah. Dearman thinks it's Thanksgiving because he just stuffed him.
Well, there's boat number 2, Gage showing her as he goes down the front straightaway. Now, he had that great finish in Moto 2, or 1 as he was second, but in Moto 2 he was 19th as he broke during that Moto and out of contention. Boat number 12, Chad Eggleston being towed in by Randy down the front straightaway. Eggleston throws his hands in the air. His day is done.
Yeah, tough break there for Chad. I know he wanted to do well here. This is he's got his hometown posse here. So the white flag is out. Not too much time left to go. Ken Waddle is your leader. And Waddle one last time into the splits. And it looks like he is going to go to the outside.
Well, what happened to Nemi? Nemi was all over him, and now there's 3-4 riders between he and Nemi. Nemi must have just said, you know what, I can't get him. I'm going to back off and coast to a world championship.
Here we go. Checkered flag out. How about it for Kenny Waddle? And second place going to go to Keith Dill. Third place to Gage Schoenherr, and fourth place to Sam Nemi.
Still, though, I think Nemi going to pick up the overall win as he'll have a 1-1 and a 4.
1-1-4 would give him a 6. A 3-3 or a 3-2-1 would give Waddle a 6, and that would give Waddle the overall title.
Oh, my Lord. Did Nemi really get fourth then?
I'm just saying, if things stay as they are unofficially, the way that we've seen it, and there ain't no calls, Ken Waddle will become your sports stock world champion.
Woo! So the way we have it crossing the line, Waddle won it, right? So Waddle was on 95. He won moto number 3.
Waddle won.
And then Keith Dill was on the 14 boat. He would be second in this moto.
He would have 12 total.
And then who did we have crossing the line in third ahead of Nemi?
Gage Schoenherr. Schoenherr with a 2:19.3 will give him a cold.
And really, if that was the case and Sam Nemi did slip back to fourth, then you're right, Waddle would pick up the overall championship. Wow.
Wow. Things that make you go, Oh, I was wondering if that was him. That was Sam that went down on the last lap on the top right-hand side of the track. So Waddle will get the overall title. How about that?
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. With Waddle going down, or with Nemi going down on that last lap, that did move him back to that fourth position. That would put he and Waddle tied overall, and Waddle, due to head-to-head competition in the third moto, would get the win.
Hey, if Sam pays Ken's entry fees, does that mean Ken has to give Sam the trophy? I'm just wondering.
Wow, what hot racing action there, as that was the highlight of the day. And I tell you what, man, we put that one in the books. That was a great race. 17 participants in the sports stock class here in Naples, Florida for the Pro Watercross World Championships, Mike.
Hey, by the way, the Eagle has landed here. How we doing, Eagle? Eric Francis, is he not listening to us? No, he's too busy. He's got blondes in front of him.
Yeah, he's got blondes, and he's down there by the podium.
I spy something blonde.
Yeah, Eric Francis apparently doesn't want to say hello. You know, I saw him check into the hotel last night. I was at Burke's place out on the veranda yelling at Francis as he was in the parking lot. Mike, I think it's time to do some 24/7 live streaming and probably sign off, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, whenever Rick's ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fantastic day number 3 here in beautiful Sugden Park at the Hidden Trails Pro Watercross World Championships. Mike, what a day, man.
I tell you what, we've seen lots of world champions get crowned. We saw, Hayden Skellett in the juniors. The kid just absolutely was on fire as he was in the junior 10 to 12 class, ran away with that one. Sammy Niemi right there slipping up into second. And then Taylor Skellett, his sister, in third. The sport class we just watched was absolutely amazing with some shakeups.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of drama in that last sport class, which featured 17 riders from around the globe. Check this out. I mean, if Sam actually got fourth, now we don't have the sheets right in front of us, but if Sam actually got fourth, Ken Waddle would win his first world title ever.
And why we were calling that race, we were talking about Sam Niemi holding on to that second position and coasting to a world championship. On that last lap, we do believe that he took a spill, slipped back to fourth, which would give Ken Waddle the overall.
Wow. Things that make you go, Well, folks, check this out. We'll be back with the live stream tomorrow morning at about 10:45 Eastern Time. My name is Mike Young.
My name's Mike Remar.
Hey, we'll see you then, folks. Peace out.